deduct under section 16. One, standard deduction 75,000. That one is standard amount. Last year, this standard deduction 50,000. In your textbook, that standard deduction under section 16(1), that is, when you see, that one is 50,000 only. But now that 50,000 changed to 75,000. So what is the standard deduction for the assessment year 25-26? 75,000. Is it clear? Yeah. Next. Come to the point. Next, 16(2), entertainment allowance. Already we discussed how to calculate. Once again, I repeat. First, how much amount they given in the question, that entertainment allowance have to write under the head in allowances. Total, how much amount they given in the question, directly the amount have to write. After that, in working notes, you have to calculate how much amount deduction for entertainment allowance. Yesterday only, we see the pattern and government employee, non-government employee, how to calculate list of the three of the following, that is 20 percentage actual amount of the entertainment allowance 5,000, whichever is least is the considered highest deduction under section 16(2). That one is entertainment allowance. Next, 16(3) is the professional tax. That professional tax, if in the question they given any professional tax, uh, actual the professional tax in the question they given in the month, you have to calculate multiplied by 12. Directly total amount allowed for deduction. Directly you have to write under the section 16 only. No need to write any other heads of salary. Is it clear? So these are all three. 16 to 6 under section 16, deduction is important for income when you calculate income from salary. So one short question also, they said how to what are the deduction, write about the deduction under section 16. Then you have to write 16(1), 16(2), 16(3). Is it clear? 16(1), 16(2), 16(3). Standard deduction, entertainment allowance, professional tax. Okay. So now come to the point. Each in income from salary, first head is what? Salaries. In salary, there are some subheadings also there. What is that? Basic pay, wages, bonus, commission, gratuity, like that. No? For this, you have to discuss today. I will share one pic for this. Yeah. See here. Under the head salary, it takes screenshot also for this. First one is what? Basic pay. Here, fully taxable, only unexempted amount is taxable under. So, what is the meaning of this? When fully taxable, you have to write outer column directly under the head salary. Is it clear? Which one is fully taxable? You have to directly write in outer column. So what are the fully taxable here? Basic pay, wages, bonus. First three are fully taxable. Next what? Gratuity. Unexempted amount is taxable. Yesterday only we discussed what is the meaning of exemption and unexempted. Exemption means no tax. Unexempted means that one is taxable. So in the case of gratuity, what he said, unexempted amount is taxable. Here for gratuity also we have to write in working notes how much amount exempted from tax. Uh, when you come to the gratuity, I will tell you how to calculate that exempted or unexempted amount. For example, in gratuity, last class entertainment allowance in working notes, how to calculate that one, a government employer, private employer, list of the three is the exemption anunga. That same like that, here also you have to do some working notes. Okay. W- in that, how much amount unexempted, that means how much amount taxable, you have to write directly. Okay, are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Next, pension. In the case of pension, fully taxable, and commission also fully taxable, and interim relief fund also fully taxable, and excess of employee to RPF, recognized provident fund. RPF means recognized provident fund over 12 percentage of salary. How much amount taxable here? Excess of 12 percentage only. Okay. Next, interest on recognized provident for over 9.5 percentage is fully taxable. In the case of recognized provident fund above 12% and interest on recognized provident fund above 9.5 percentage only fully taxable. What is the meaning of this? Below 12 percentage, below 9.5 percentage is exempted from tax. Okay. Next, transferred balance, that means any balance transferred from URPF, unrecognized provident fund, to recognized provident fund. URPF to RPF means what? Unrecognized provident fund to recognized provident fund. In that case, employees contribution plus interest on the same is taxable. That means total amount, where how much amount is transferred for URPF to RPF, that amounts employees contribution and interest on that RPF, employees contribution, that one is fully taxable. Okay. If what is the note here? Interest on own contribution is taxable under the head income from other sources. What is the mean? Only employer's contribution only taxable, but interest on own contribution, that means employees contribution, if any contribution, employee contribution is there, interest on that own contribution is taxable under the head what is the head? Income from other sources. We have five heads of incomes now in that. So last heads of income is what? Income from other sources. Okay. So next, advance salary. That advance salary is fully taxable. And arrears of salary. If any arrears of salary, if not taxable, that one is taxable under this head. And any remuneration, leave or leave encashment are also fully taxable. What is the meaning of leave encashment? Any surrender of leave, for example, casual leave. If any employee is there in government or private employee, they'll, if you not avail of the leave, if you can avail the, if you not avail the leave, you can leave encashment also is there. In that case, that amount is fully taxable. Next, any remuneration of teachers and lecturers from university or any other body for setting up the paper or value the papers, etc. So, if any profession is a teacher or lecturer, any remuneration for setting up the papers or any valuation of the papers, that one is comes under which head? Income from other sources, not income from salary. Next, remuneration for extra duties. That means overtime working allowance, any OD allowances, that one is fully taxable. And contribution made by central government or state government or any other employer to new pension scheme, that is, again, when you calculate total income, when you calculate, I said total income. How to calculate total income? Total five heads of income. After that, deduction under section 80C to 80U. Some deductions are there. That deduction, after the deduction, you get some amount. Now, that amount is called total income or taxable income. So, under the section 80 CCD, any pension, if you have avail contribution made by our central or state government, that one is also fully taxable. So these are all only under the head salary. The for what are that? Basic pay, wages, bonus, gratuity, pension, commission, interim relief, excess of employers contribution, and or interest on RPF, transfer to URPF to RPF, and advance salary, arrears of salary, surrender of leave or leave any encashment. What happened? Are you clear? Audible? Ah?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Continue.
Yes. Someone message. Okay. Remuneration for extra duties, that means overtime working allowances, contribution made by the central or state government of any other employees to new pension. So you can screenshot this and 1 minute. See the syllabus. So who is Mamattana? Block number, tell me please anyone. What is that unit number, please? You can check the syllabus. Topic is income from salary.
Third block, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, na? Yeah. Over a
Madam,
screenshot. Yeah, tell me.
madam, ఇది ప్రొఫార్మ్ అయ్యింది కదా, ఇన్కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ శాలరీస్ వస్తుంది కదా మేడం టోటల్.
Hmm.
ఇప్పుడు టోటల్ ఇన్కమ్ అన్నారు కదా మేడం, ఆ డిడక్షన్స్ ఏంటి మేడం? డిడక్షన్స్
When you calculate total income, that one is after the five heads of incomes. First class lo discussion ayin manak total income, how to calculate total income, what is the meaning of gross total income.
ఎస్ మ్యామ్.
ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్ లో మనం ఫైవ్ హెడ్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్కమ్ ఏవేవి అసెస్సీ, ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్, అసెస్మెంట్ ఇయర్ అండ్ పర్సన్ ఇన్కమ్. వెన్ యూ క్యాల్ వెన్ యూ కమ్ టు ద ఇన్కమ్ గురించి మనం టాపిక్ వచ్చినప్పుడు what is the meaning of income and how to calculate total income of the individual is nothing but taxable income అన్నాం. So how to calculate the taxable income is total five heads of income అన్న. And again, ఒక పర్సన్ కి ఫైవ్ హెడ్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్కమ్స్ ఉండవలసిన అవసరం లేదు. If they can income from salary or income from house property and only income from other sources only. If are X and Y, X ఉన్నాడు, X కి ఓన్లీ టూ హెడ్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్కమ్సే ఉండవచ్చు. Income from salary, income from house rent. Next Y, only income from business or profession or income from capital gains only, like that. When you calculate total five, if any person have five heads of income, that means salary income, house property income, business income, or capital gain, or income from other sources. So when you calculate total five heads of income, that one is considered as total income of the individual. How to calculate total income of the individual అని అంటే మనం ఈచ్ హెడ్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్కమ్స్ గురించి మనం నేర్చుకుంటున్నాం ఇప్పుడు. సో ఫస్ట్ హెడ్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్కమ్ ఈజ్ వాట్? ఇన్కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ సాలరీ. హౌ టు క్యాలిక్యులేట్ ఇన్కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ సాలరీ అంటే దట్ ఫస్ట్ హెడ్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్కమ్ కి ఏమేం ప్రొసీజర్ ఫాలో కావాలి. సో మీరు లాస్ట్ లో ఏం చేస్తారంటే టోటల్ ఇన్కమ్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఈ ఫైవ్ హెడ్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్కమ్స్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు నో. నౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ క్లియర్?
ఎస్ మ్యామ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ మచ్.
Yesterday we discussed about the income from salary table. In that table, shall I Share once again the table.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
One minute. Now you see. Is it clear?
Yes,
Ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is the table for calculation of income from salary. So here, what is the heading? Computation of Mr. So and so person, assessee name royal, income from salary for the assessment year 25-26. Okay, so here, how many heads in this one is only income from salary, not total income. Now it is clear ankutta, evaru adigiro doubt.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Clear.
in this salary, allowances, perquisites, profits in lieu of salary, deduction under section 16. Yesterday we discussed about entertainment allowance. Yes or no?
yes, ma'am.
Or, yeah, yesterday why I am why I am teaching first, telling first to under section 16, that one is very very important. So that's the reason today class also start with under section 16 only. Again, I repeat, see here, deduction under section 16. When you deduction under section 16, after the calculation of gross income from salary, don't confuse. Gross total income is different. Gross income from salary. This one is only one heads of income. One head of income only. That one is income from salary only. మీరు ఫస్ట్
Okay,
హెడ్
ma'am.
నేర్చుకుంటున్నారు. ఇంకా టోటల్ ఇన్కమ్ అన్ని హెడ్స్ నేర్చుకున్నాక టోటల్ ఇన్కమ్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తారు. Is it
Okay.
clear? So
Yes, ma'am.
now in this income from salary, when you calculate income from salary, you have to write which one is fully taxable, which one is exempted, which one is only unexempted. These are three parts important. Which income from salary is fully taxable, you have to write directly in outer column. Okay, just manam salary in salary heading. Once again, I share previous pick. See here, in salary, basic pay, bonus, fees, commission, employees con RPF, interest on RPF. These are all only here. They given only 3 or 4. But previous pick, see, just now we discussed about this now.
Yes, ma'am.
Now it is clear why you
Yes,
are
ma'am.
discussing this.
Okay, ma'am.
So in salary heading, you have to write fully taxable amount directly outer column only. So in this week, salary, allowances, perquisites, and profits in lieu of salary and a heading. See the heading. Salary, allowances, perquisites, and profits in lieu of salary. These are all headings for calculation of income from salary. That's the reason I am teaching each heading of the income from salary. Now, in the heads of income from salary, first subheading is what? Salary na. In that, which one is fully taxable, which one is partly taxable. Partly taxable is nothing but unexempted amount taxable. Unexempted amount is taxable means which one is taxable. Exempted amount means no tax. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So here, this pic also, you take screenshot. Okay. Yeah. Now, fully taxable is directly have to write in outer column now. So you have to learn about the which one is exempted. Which one, when you write unexempted amount is taxable. Here, which one is gratuity? only unexempted amount is taxable na. So now we have to know about the gratuity. Just now I will send one more pic for gratuity. Yeah. So actual, what is the meaning of gratuity? Anybody know about the gratuity? If, shall I tell you? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Same,
For
ma'am.
example, in the case of retirement, the employer paid to the employee, gratuity is paid on the eve of retirement. Okay. Prior to retirement or any termination of employment and uh, or death or resign, all government employees are entitled to receive gratuity on their retirement. For example, employees, the provisions of payment of gratuity act are compulsory applicable. Nowadays, in some private companies also, they given gratuity when the employee is retirement. So, how much amount is exempted from tax? That means how much amount is not taxable. So how to calculate? These are all you have to do in working notes only. First, you have to draw the table for income from salary. Half of the page or 3/4 of the page, you have to draw the table. After that, below table, you have to do the working notes. Each in working notes, which transaction, that means which one is unexempted amount is taxable. For example, in the case of salary, basic pay, wages, commission, if in the question they given fully taxable, that's the reason that amount is directly right in outer column. When you come to the gratuity, if in the question they given gratuity, in that case how to calculate? Here first you have to see the in the case of gratuity, that is by the employer or by the legal heirs. In the case of legal heirs, fully exempted. And in the case of on the eve of retirement or any retrenchment, in that case you have to see the that employee is government employer, non-government employer. Here for a in first in the case of by the employee during the service period, that gratuity is fully taxable. In the case of on the eve of retirement or retrenchment, government employee is fully exempted. But in the case of non-government employee, up to 20 lakhs is exempted from tax. For example, in the case of non-government employee, the employee is received for gratuity 26 lakhs anukundam. In 26 lakhs, up to 20 lakhs is exempted from tax na. So remaining is how much? 6 lakhs. That 6 lakhs you have to write in the under the head salary gratuity 6 lakhs. That means unexempted amount is taxable na. That's the reason you have to write how much amount? Only 6 lakhs. Like that you have to write. Clear? In the case of government employee, central or state or semi, gratuity receive is fully exempted from tax. Okay. So What is the important point for gratuity? During the service period is fully taxable, so you have to write fully amount. In the case of government employee, fully exempted, no tax on it. For this, you have to write the note under the table. Any amount is exempted from any item. For that, you have to write note. For example, in the case of government employee, if government employee received for gratuity fully exempted from tax, you have to write the note under the table, note number 1. The person is comes under government employee, therefore gratuity is fully exempted from tax. If the employee is non-government employee, in that case you have to write up to 20 lakhs is exempted from tax, above the 20 lakhs you have to taxable, like that you have to write. And in the case of non-government employee, there are again two types. Employees governed by Payment of Gratuity Act 1972 or employees not governed by Payment of Gratuity of Act 1972. That means the person comes under Gratuity Act 1970, not comes under Gratuity Act 1972. That means non-government employee governed by Gratuity Act. That means under the Government Act, these three, least of three are exempted. So how to calculate actual amount received and 15 days salary into number of years service completed or part thereof in excess of 6 months and 20 lakhs. Which one is least, that one is exempted from tax. Okay, so here again 15 days salary means here basic pay plus DA, that means dearness allowance of the retiring month, dearness allowance of the retiring month. This one is, so here 15 days salary, how to calculate? 15 days salary equal to salary last drawn, ante when you retired, salary is how much? That salary into 15 by 26 while calculating completing years. For example, if the fraction is 6 or more than 6 months, then it is rounded off the next year. That means July undankondi, that one is considered as 1 year. Below June undankondi, that one is considered as 1. For example, 10 years 6 months ankondi, that one is considered as 11 months. If 10 months 3 months ankondi, in that case that one is comes under only 10 years. Like that, non-government employees gratuity, how much amount exempted? Unexempted amount have to write under the head salary. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now come to the point. In allowances, last class we discussed entertainment allowance. And next, house rent allowance. This one is very, very important for short question and also long question. I will send one more pic for a HRA, that means house rent allowance. Screenshot తీసుకున్నారా అమ్మ ఇది?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
తీసుకున్నాం మేడం. Yes.
ఎవరో పేజ్ నెంబర్ అడుగుతున్నారు మీ క్లాస్ లో. పేజ్ నెంబర్స్ మీ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్, ఓల్డ్ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్. Just you have to see the headings wise. That's all.
మ్యామ్ అదేంటంటే ఇప్పుడు ఉన్న మా టెక్స్ట్ బుక్స్ లో మీరిచ్చే టాపిక్స్ అట్లా లేవు.
ఉంటది కంపల్సరీ. ఇన్కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ సాలరీలో గ్రాట్యుటీ అవన్నీ
Yes,
అంటే
ma'am.
లైన్ ఉండవు. లైన్ ఉండవు.
లైన్ గా లేవు. లైన్ గా లేవు.
లైన్ ఉండవు. ఎందుకంటే నేను ఇంపార్టెంట్ టాపిక్ లైన్ గా చెప్పిన అనుకో, 1 మంత్ డైలీ క్లాసెస్ తీసుకుంటేనే ఓన్లీ ఇన్కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ సాలరీ అయిపోతుంది.
అవును మ్యామ్.
మీకు
Yeah,
10 క్లాసెస్లలో మీకు ఎగ్జామినేషన్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూలో ఇంపార్టెంట్ టాపిక్స్ జస్ట్ మీరు హౌ టు స్టార్ట్ ద క్వశ్చన్ అండ్ ఆన్సర్, హౌ టు స్టార్ట్ ద ఆన్సర్, వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఇంపార్టెంట్ టాపిక్స్, లైక్ దట్ నేను డిస్కస్ చేస్తున్నా. టోటల్ ఫర్
ఓకే
ఈచ్
మ్యామ్.
హెడ్స్, ఈచ్ షార్ట్ క్వశ్చన్స్, ఈచ్ ప్రాబ్లం చేయాలంటే ఓన్లీ ఫస్ట్ హెడ్ ఇన్కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ శాలరీకే 1.5 month పడుతుంది.
ఓకే మ్యామ్.
ఓకే, అలా
ఓకే
అని
మేడం.
నేను ఇంపార్టెంట్
అంటే
టాపిక్స్ మీకు ఆ
పార్ట్
క్వశ్చన్ ఎలా అటెంప్ట్ చేయడానికి ఈజీగా ఉంటది అనే టాపిక్ గురించి నేను వెళ్తున్నా.
ఓకే మ్యామ్. ఓకే
ఓకే, యా.
ఓకే
అందుకే మేము క్లాస్ చెప్పేటప్పుడే మిడిల్లో విచ్ వన్ ఈజ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్, షార్ట్ క్వశ్చన్సా లాంగ్ క్వశ్చన్సా అని కూడా చెప్పేస్తున్నా మీకు ఎలా వస్తుంది అనేది.
యా మ్యామ్. We are
ఓకే,
taking the screenshots also.
యా, దిస్ నోట్స్ ఈజ్ క్లియర్, దట్స్ ద రీజన్ ఐఎమ్ టేకింగ్ దిస్ పేపర్, దిస్ క్వశ్చన్స్.
Okay ma'am.
ఓకే,
Okay ma'am. Thank you.
యా.
Okay.
నెక్స్ట్ yesterday class, second heading is allowances. In allowances we discussed entertainment allowance. That entertainment allowance comes under uh, allowances heading, and after that deduction under section 16(2)(a). Okay, so now
ఓకే మేడం.
HRA, house rent allowance. హౌస్ రెంట్ అలవెన్స్ లో ఓన్లీ అన్ఎగ్జెంప్టెడ్ అమౌంట్ అంటే యూ హ్యావ్ టు క్యాలిక్యులేట్ ఇన్ వర్కింగ్ నోట్స్. హౌ టు క్యాలిక్యులేట్ ఇన్ వర్కింగ్ నోట్స్, అగైన్ సి ద పిక్. స్క్రీన్ షేర్ అయిందా?
అయింది
Yes
మేడం.
ma'am. Yes.
ఎస్ మ్యామ్.
ఎస్. సో హియర్ హౌస్ రెంట్ అలవెన్స్ ఈస్ కమ్స్ అండర్ సెక్షన్ 13A. సెక్షన్ 13A రూల్ 2A. మీకు ఒకవేళ సెక్షన్స్ ఐడియా ఉంటేనే మీరు రాయండి, లేకపోతే సెక్షన్స్ రాయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. ఓకే,
ఓకే మేడం.
సో హౌస్ రెంట్ అలవెన్స్ అని అంటే ఏంటి అసలు? యాక్చువల్గా ద ఎంప్లాయర్ టు ఎంప్లాయీ ఇఫ్ దే గివెన్ ఎనీ అలవెన్సెస్ టువర్డ్స్ రెంట్ ఆఫ్ ద హౌస్. అంటే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఎంప్లాయీస్ చాలా వరకు ట్రాన్స్ఫర్స్ ఉంటే ఐదర్ ఇంటర్ స్టేటా అవుటర్ స్టేటా అనేది మనకు డిఫరెంట్ స్టేట్స్లో మనం వెళ్ళినప్పుడు హౌస్ రెంట్ తీసుకున్నప్పుడు యూ హ్యావ్ టు పే ద రెంట్ నా. ఫర్ దట్ దే గివెన్ allowances, that one is called house rent allowance. In as per income tax act section 1013A, they given some exemption. How to calculate that exempted amount? So here step number 1 is first you have to calculate the exempted amount of allowances in the working notes. After that, add the unexempted allowances to the salary under the head salary. Which head? Under the head salary. So here, what is the important point here? First, the employees are employees living in Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai. That one is metro cities. Metro na non-metro cities. What is that first point? The employee living in metro cities, non-metro cities. That means another place. Employees living in other places means non-metro cities. What are the metro cities here? Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, and Chennai. So here, if the employee is living in metro cities, how to calculate? See here, actual house rent allowance received, okay, and rent paid minus 10 percentage of salary and 50 percentage of salary. So what is that? If the employee is living in a metro cities, that one is Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, ఎక్కడన్నా మెట్రో సిటీస్లలో ఎంప్లాయీ అక్కడ ఉన్నట్లయితే యాక్చువల్ రెంట్ హౌ మచ్ అమౌంట్ గివెన్ అండ్ రెంట్ పేడ్ హౌ మచ్ అమౌంట్ ఫర్ రెంట్ paid minus 10 percentage of salary and 50 percentage of salary. Whichever is least, that one is exempted from tax. Okay. If
ఓకే మేడం.
the employee is living in other than non-metro cities, so in that case, actual HRA, actual house rent, rent paid minus 10 percentage salary and 40 percentage of salary. What is the difference between metro and non-metro cities? there is last third only different 50 percentage of salary 40 percentage of salary మీరు ఇలా నేర్చుకోవాలి నేర్చుకుంటప్పుడు what is the difference metro cities non metro cities only third point only different 50 percentage of salary for metro cities non metro cities 40 percentage of salary here whichever is least is the exempted from tax so one more important here what is the meaning of salary why you have to know about the what is the meaning of salary means here you have to calculate 10 percentage of salary 50 percentage of salary na are you got it
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
this salary means what so in salary heading, just now we discussed now basic pay, bonus, commission, like that. So here we have to take salary means basic pay only. DA is included if it's enters of retirement benefits plus commission. If the commission is based on fixed percentage of turnover achieved by the employee as per the service contract and during the previous year of salary house rent allowances received and change any of place or town where house is taken on rental basis on that basis only we have to calculate exemption amount on monthly basis so here what is the meaning of salary basic pay plus da plus commission. Okay, salary, basic pay,
Basic pay.
dearness allowance, and commission. When you take dearness allowance, DA, if the person is entitled to entries to retirement benefit only. In the question they given, DA in bracket they given they take retirement benefit. In that case only have to add that dearness allowance to the basic pay. And next plus commission. When you take that commission, if the commission is based on fixed percentage of turnover, on turnover, if they given any commission fixed percentage, then only have to take. So 3 points is what? Salary means basic pay, DA, and commission. Clear? So, for example, basic pay is 20,000 and DA is 2,000 and commission is 200. In that case, you have to 20,000 plus 2,000 plus 200. 20 how much amount 20,000 24 22,200 na 22,200 into 10 percentage is the 10 percentage of salary like that you have to calculate and 22,200 into 50 percentage that one is 50 percentage of salary which one is least that should be have to take clear I will tell one illustrate I will take one illustration problem also in that case I have to easy for how to calculate I will send one more pic for this you can take screenshot clear up
Yes, ma'am.
yeah I will explanation for this yeah see here Mr. Ahmad Ali, he is a state government employee working in Hyderabad. His salary particulars are as under basic pay 8,500 per month. You have to see the per month or per annum. If in the question they given per month, you have to multiply it by 12. Okay. DA 1400 per month. CCA, City Compensatory Allowance 630 per month. HRA, see here. House rent allowance is how much? 1200 per month. Rent is 2000 per month. Due to financial difficulties, rent is not paid for the last 2 months. Calculate exempted amount of HRA. What he said, how much amount exempted for HRA. In short question, they given like this also. So here first to have to decide metro cities or non-metro cities. Where he is living in Hyderabad now, so comes under non-metro cities. First
Non-met.
step is first step. You have to follow the stepwise when you calculate house rent allowance. First step one is what? He or she is living in metrona, non-metrona. You have to decide for that. After that, what are the three list of the three? In the case here, Hyderabad non-metro city na, so last third point only is different. What is that? 40 percentage of salary. Remaining is same. Okay. So here, last 2 months amount is not paid na. So how to calculate the assessee paying rent of the house, but rent is due for 2 months. That means 10 months only. Even then, exemption can be given proportionately for the period of rent paid. So how to calculate salary? Salary basic pay 8,500 na per month. So you have to multiply it by 10 only. So 10 percentage of salary means what? 8,500. And rent paid is how much? 2,000 per month. 2,000 per month, 12 month, 10 months only na 20,000. If in the question they didn't given not paid up for 2 months and directly you can take 12 months salary, 12 months rent paid only. So here has the assessee is living in Hyderabad, other towns. So the exemption is least of the three means how to calculate. So actual allowance received. Allowance received, how much that HRA is 1,200 per month. But in the question they take 1,300. Printing mistake is there. So you take here only 1,200 into 12. How much amount? And rent paid is how much? Rent paid 20,000. 10 months only na. So 20,000 minus 10 percentage of salary. Here salary means what? Basic pay plus DA plus commission. But in this question, DA 1,400 per month only they given. If in the question they given any retirement benefit, in that case only have to add to the basic pay plus DA. So now don't take DA, just to have to take basic pay only. So that's the reason 10 percentage of salary means 8,500 na. So you get 11,500 and 40 percentage of salary. So total salary is 85, 10 months 85,000 only na. 40 percentage of salary means 34,000. Whichever is least 11,500. So how to calculate this one is important. Actual allowance received here our example 15,600. Exempted is how to calculate whichever is least. 11,500 is least now. So 11,500 is exempted means for HRA exempted amount is 11,500. So actual HRA minus exempted HRA. Listen here. Actual HRA and exempted HRA. How to calculate exempted HRA means least of the three. What are the least of the three means? Actual allowance, rent paid minus 10 percentage of salary. If in the case of metro cities, 50 percentage of salary, non-metro cities, 40 percentage of salary. So when you calculate exempted amount for HRA and actual amount received for HRA minus Exempted HRA equal to unexempted HRA. So here in our example, actual HRA is 15,600 less exempted amount 11,500. So 15,600 minus 11,500, you get 4,100. That 4,100 is taxable. That means unexempted HRA. Very, very important. Without HRA, paper ఉండదు. House rent allowance is very, very important. మీ దగ్గర ఉన్న టెక్స్ట్ బుక్స్లలో హెచ్ఆర్ఏ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ షార్ట్ క్వశ్చన్స్ కూడా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. Got it?
ఓకే మ్యామ్.
Yeah. So how to calculate HRA అనేది first you have to, first step is మెట్రోనా నాన్ మెట్రోనా. ఇవన్నీ మీరు మామూలుగా టేబుల్స్ ఎలా లర్న్ చేస్తాం, 10 టేబుల్ 11 13 టేబుల్ అన్న 14 టేబుల్ అన్న మళ్ళీ ఇప్పుడు మల్టిప్లికేషన్ చేసుకోవాల్సిన. మీరు చిన్నప్పుడు ఎట్లయితే ఇన్కమ్ ట్యాక్స్ మెమరీ ఈజ్ వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. బహాడే ఇక్కడ అంతే, ఏం లాజికల్ థింగ్స్ ఉండవు ఇన్కమ్ ట్యాక్స్ లో. యూ హ్యావ్ టు నో అబౌట్ ద యాక్ట్ రూల్స్. Rules means for how to calculate entertainment allowance, how to calculate house rent allowance, how to calculate gratuity, which one is fully taxable, which one is exempted, which one is partly taxable, what is the meaning of deduction. Deduction 16 is what? Like that. Up to అంటే ఇప్పటి వరకు మనం నేర్చుకున్న వాటి గురించి నేను చెప్తున్నా. Got it?
ఎస్ మ్యామ్.
Yes, ma'am.
So in the case of allowances, entertainment allowance, house rent allowances is important. Okay, you practice in your textbook problems. Okay, ఇప్పుడు unexempt, now unexempted amount is what? 4,100 na. Unexempted means what? Taxable. Yes or no? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
So these 4,100 you have to write the table. Unexempted amount is taxable అనుకున్నారు మీరు. See the screenshot also. So HRA allowances heading కింద HRA లో మీరు ఏం రాస్తారు? అన్ఎగ్జామ్టెడ్ అమౌంట్ 4,100. సో ఎగ్జామ్టెడ్ అంటే 11,500 మనకి ఎక్కడ రాదు. జస్ట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు రైట్ ద నోట్ ఫర్ దిస్. వర్కింగ్ నోట్స్ లో ఇదంతా వర్కింగ్ చేయాలన్నట్టు. మీరు ఏం చేయాలి? ఫస్ట్ పుట్ ద హెడ్డింగ్ హౌస్ రెంట్ అలవెన్స్ అని రాసి, ద ఎంప్లాయీ ఈజ్ లివింగ్ ఇన్ మెట్రోనా నాన్ మెట్రోనా రాసి, లీస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద 3 ఎగ్జామ్టెడ్ అని రాసి, యాక్చువల్ అలవెన్స్ రిసీవ్, రెంట్ పేడ్ మైనస్ 10% ఆఫ్ సాలరీ, ఇదర్ మెట్రో సిటీస్ అయితే 50% ఆఫ్ సాలరీ, నాన్ మెట్రో సిటీస్ అయితే 40% ఆఫ్ సాలరీ చేసి, విచ్ ఎవర్ ఈజ్ లీస్ట్ అని చేసుకొని మీరు యాక్చువల్ హెచ్ఆర్ఏ మైనస్ ఎగ్జామ్టెడ్ అమౌంట్ అండ్ ఈక్వల్ టు అన్ఎగ్జామ్టెడ్ అమౌంట్ ఇది వేసి మీరు నోట్లో ఇక్కడ బోర్డ్ లో రాసి 11,500 ఈజ్ అలౌడ్ హ్యాస్ ఎగ్జంప్షన్. దట్ 11,500 ఈజ్ ఎగ్జంప్టెడ్ ఫ్రమ్ ట్యాక్స్. ఓవరాల్ మీనింగ్ ఈజ్ వాట్? మీరు ఎంప్లాయర్ నుంచి 15,600 హెచ్ఆర్ఏ రిసీవ్ చేసుకున్నారు. అందులో మీకు 11,500 కి నో ట్యాక్స్. ఓన్లీ ఎంతకి ట్యాక్స్? 4,100 కే ట్యాక్స్. ఇప్పుడు అర్థమైంది అనుకుంటా.
Yes, ma'am.
ఎస్ మ్యామ్.
క్లియరా? నెక్స్ట్
క్లియర్.
some allowances they given table wise. For example, uniform allowance anna, helper allowance anna, daily allowance, convenience allowance and transfer allowance and academic allowances. For example, మనకు క్యాంటీన్ ఫెసిలిటీస్ ఉన్నది అనుకోండి, మనం దాన్ని యూజ్ దాని అలవెన్సెస్. ఇఫ్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ట్రావెల్ అలవెన్సెస్, మనం ఫస్ట్ ఒక ప్లేస్ నుంచి ఇంకొక ప్లేస్ కి మనకి వెళ్ళాలంటే ఎక్స్పెన్సెస్ అవుతాయి కదా. that in for travel also they given some allowances. How to calculate అనేది మీకు టేబుల్స్ షేర్ చేస్తా. జస్ట్ టేబుల్స్ చాలా క్లియర్గా ఉన్నాయి. మీరు దాన్ని ఒకసారి రీడౌట్ చేసి దాన్ని బైహార్ట్ చేసుకున్నారని అంటే మీకు సమ్లో చాలా వరకు మోటార్ వెహికల్, మోటార్ కార్ ఇస్తాడు ఎక్కువ. మిగతా అన్ని అలవెన్సెస్ అంత ఇంపార్టెంట్ కాదు. జస్ట్ మీరు ఒక గ్లాన్స్ ఇచ్చుకోండి టేబుల్ పైన. ఓకే, ఐ విల్ షేర్ వన్ మోర్ పిక్ ఫర్ సమ్ అలవెన్సెస్. Yeah. Other than entertainment allowance, house rent allowances, some allowances also there. In this motor car and helper allowances and travel allowances is important. So, how much amount exempted, how much amount taxable అనేది మీకు క్లియర్గా ఇచ్చిండు. ఇక్కడ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ హియర్ you you take screenshot for this also. First one is what? Uniform allowances. What is the purpose? The allowance is given to purchase and maintain the uniform dress for discharging official duties. Any official duties or any specific dress to wear on official or any functions. In that case, they given uniform allowances. So for this is fully taxable and employee cannot claim any exemption. See here. Special related points అన్నాడు, పర్పస్ అన్నాడు, అలవెన్సెస్ అన్నాడు. సో ఫస్ట్ కాలంలో what is the name of allowances, which purpose you have to use, that one is taxable or exempted అంటాడు ఇక్కడ థర్డ్ కేటగిరీ, థర్డ్ కాలంలో. సో you have to, what is the purpose for uniform allowances? యూనిఫామ్ ఎప్పుడు అఫీషియల్ పర్పస్ యూజ్ చేసుకున్నప్పుడైనా ఎనీ డ్రెస్ వేర్ ఇన్ అఫీషియల్ ఆర్ ఎనీ ఫంక్షన్స్, దట్ వన్ ఈస్ fully taxable, no exemption. So fully taxable means the amount is directly have to write in outer column only. Next, helper or assistant allowances. So purpose is what? The allowance is given to seek the help or assistance from the person to discharge the official duties. So what is that? Servant for personal domestic purpose is not treated. That means any person is treated, not treated as helper. ఎప్పుడు సర్వెంట్ అలవెన్స్ ఈజ్ ఫుల్లీ taxable. So servant allowance also fully taxable. I will send a continuation pic. This one also take screenshot. Next what? Daily allowances. 4 minutes only. I will send one more pic also. So daily allowances lo, if they given when employees, when he is not in the headquarter to meet incidence expenses, that means boarding, lodging, appudu lunch or dinner allowance is fully taxable. And convenience allowance, this one is very very important. Convenience means a mode of transport and allowance given to meet expenditure of convenience. In this case, the allowance is given of the convenience is not provided by the employer. అంటే employee చేసుకున్నట్లు అంటే if employee is uses if own motor car, own motorcycle for official purpose అయితే that one is exempted from tax. అంటే ఎంప్లాయీ ఓన్ గా తన మోటార్ కార్ కానీ తన వెహికల్ ని కానీ యూజ్ చేసుకున్నట్లయితే exempted from tax. Next, travel allowances. Travel kit, for example, to meet cost of travel and tour, which includes packing or transporting of personal effects on transfer of employment for a and city or town. In this case, travel kit allowance is tax free. What is the travel kit means? Tooth powder, brush, toilet soap, and shaving kit, etc. These for and that means no tax for that. So any academic or professional అన్నప్పుడు allowances is made for employee only, his family members like wife and children only taxable. Sorry, tax free. Next, if any exemption of allowance not linked with actual expenditure, that means what here? For exemption is given without any preconditions for each allowance. Maximum exemption limit is mentioned in the act. Which amount is exempted from tax? That one is only considered as this. So, for example, children education allowances. This one is very, very important. Children education and motor car. I will send one more pic for this. Take the screenshot. So, children education allowance law, actual allowance received her 100 rupees per month for 2 children only. ఎంతమందికి 2 children ki per month 100 rupees or actual amount received. Actual children education amount or 100 rupees per month, whichever is least is the exempted from tax. And if children hostel allowances అనుకోండి, actual allowance received 300 per month per child, 2 children. ఇక్కడ ప్రతిదీ 2 children per month ఐడియా ఉండాలి. Actual amount are 300 per month, sorry, per month per child for 2 children, whichever is least is the exempted from tax. And same like the truck driver, 70% of the allowance, 10,000 per month. For transport allowance, if the assessee is normal person, fully taxable. If any physical challenge, any physical handicap, in that case, 3,200 per month. And some special allowances. What is the meaning of special allowances? Ante, for example, any employee, ante employee నార్త్ ఈస్టర్న్ స్టేట్స్, ఎనీ నేచర్ అంటే మనకు నేచర్ డిజాస్టర్స్ ఎక్కువ అయ్యే ప్లేసెస్ ఉన్నాయి. నార్త్ ఈస్టర్న్ స్టేట్స్ లో అంటే హిమాలయ ప్లేసెస్ లో మనకి ఇప్పుడు సింగరేణిలో ఉండే వాళ్ళకి వీళ్ళంతకి నేచర్ డిజాస్టర్స్ ఎక్కువ ఛాన్స్ ఉంటది కదా, వాళ్ళకంటే హిల్ ప్లేస్లలో ఉండే వాళ్ళకి స్పెషల్ అలవెన్సెస్ ఇస్తాడు. In that case, how to calculate how much amount exemption? For example, composite hill compensatory allowances, snowbound area. Snowbound area generally given to the employee working in northeastern states or స్నో బౌండరీ ఏరియాస్. ఎవరైతే నార్త్ ఈస్టర్న్ స్టేట్స్ లో స్నో బౌండరీ ఏరియాస్ లో ఉన్నప్పుడైతే ఎంత ఎగ్జంప్షన్ అంటే మాక్సిమం ఎగ్జంప్షన్ 7,000 per month. అండ్ బార్డర్ ఏరియా అలవెన్సెస్, ఎనీ రిమోట్ ఏరియా అలవెన్సెస్ వాళ్ళకి 1,300 per month exemption. అండ్ ట్రైబల్ ఏరియా, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇన్ ద స్టేట్స్ ఆఫ్ మధ్యప్రదేశ్, తమిళనాడు, ఉత్తరప్రదేశ్, కర్ణాటక, త్రిపుర, అస్సాం, వెస్ట్ బెంగాల్, బీహార్ అండ్ ఒరిస్సాలో ఉన్న వాళ్ళకు ద ఎగ్జంప్షన్ ఈస్ 200 per month. అండ్ ఎనీ అండర్ గ్రౌండ్, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మైన్స్, the exemption limit, that means Singareni mines like that, 800 per month. And helmet allowances for colliery mine employees, ఇప్పుడు మన సింగరేణిలో కంపల్సరీ హెల్మెట్ పెట్టుకోవాల్సిందే కదా, that one. But for this one is employees is tax free, but for other employees is taxable. అంటే ఎవరైతే మైన్స్ లో వర్క్ చేస్తున్నారో వాళ్ళకి మాత్రమే హెల్మెట్ అలవెన్స్ అప్లికబుల్, రిమైనింగ్ పర్సన్స్ కి నాట్ అప్లికబుల్. These are all some allowances. Is it clear? Screenshot తీసుకున్నారా?
ఎస్ మ్యామ్. అయితే
నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ లో ఇంకొకసారి ఇన్కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ సాలరీ గ్లాన్స్ తీసుకొని ఒక సమ్ ఇన్కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ సాలరీ గురించి చెప్పేసి క్లోజ్ చేస్తా.
ఓకే మ్యామ్.
ఓకేనా? సో నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్కి వచ్చే వరకు మీరు ఏం చేయాలి, మీ దగ్గర ఉన్న టెక్స్ట్ బుక్స్లలో ఏవైతే మనకి అలవెన్సెస్ సంబంధించినవి, ఎంటర్టైన్మెంట్ అలవెన్స్, హౌస్ రెంట్ అలవెన్స్, గ్రాట్యుటీ అండ్ రిమైనింగ్ అలవెన్సెస్, అండ్ ఆల్సో మీరు చూసుకోవచ్చు పర్క్విజిట్స్, రెంట్ ఫ్రీ అకామిడేషన్ అని ఉంటుంది. దాని గురించి ఒకసారి ఒక గ్లాన్స్ తీసుకోండి, ఒక చదువుకోండి. సో
ఓకే
సమ్ ఈజీ అయిపోతుంది. ఓకేనా?
ఓకే మ్యామ్.
షల్ ఐ లీవ్?
ఓకే మ్యామ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ
Yes,
మ్యామ్.
ma'am.
Yeah. Next Saturday I will continue.